So that was my hair shake. I gotta cut it again. Oh man. People are really touchy about the president. I made a video and said Donald Trump is the greatest president. People flipped out. Especially on Facebook. They really flipped out on Facebook. I'm like, why do y'all care if somebody is doing a good job at being the president? Like, why? Why do you care? Why does it make you a diff? It's my opinion. It's my feelings. The way I'm looking at things. He's doing good. Now, does he doing some things I don't like? Of course he is. The whole South African thing, I don't like that. Okay, therefore, we are without, this is Romans chapter 2. Therefore, we are without cause, every man of who pass judgment, for in that you judge another, you condemn yourself. For you who judge practices the same thing. And we know that the judgment of God rightly falls upon those who practice such things. And do you suppose this, oh man, when you pass judgment upon those who practice such things and do the same things yourself, that you will escape judgment of God? The answer is absolutely not. You won't. You can't pass judgment on somebody who's, beating people up and then go out and just start smacking people around. You can't do it. You can't do that. So be careful, be careful of that. Praise the Lord anyways. All you good folks out there. Give him praise. Give him praise. Turn my AC on. It's getting hot here. Yeah. They put Julius Malema in jail for 5 years. That is some foul. They sentenced him to jail for 5 years. The racism is still huge in Africa. It's madness. Madness. Put that man in jail for 5 years. I can't believe it. They put Julius Malema in jail. Craziness. 5 years they sentenced that man to prison. Nah, we need to get Julius Malema out. They got us messed up with that one. How many of these can I upload? Did I put together? Put Julius Malema in jail. What up, though? This is a heater from a Samsung refrigerator. Testing it out, testing the continuity. It beeps, it works. It doesn't beep, it does not work. So it doesn't beep, so I need a new heater for this refrigerator. How to make a quick video real quick. This is a heater from a Samsung refrigerator. Booyah. Got to keep those numbers rolling. Got to keep those numbers rolling in, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep those videos going. Gotta put some more videos up on the internet, man. That's what I've been doing all day, man. Working on my, you know what I'm saying? Working on my, I ain't been getting any callbacks. I sold a refrigerator. Not today, 2 days ago. I need to sell another one. You know what I mean? Trying to get that residual income ain't getting any easier. You know? Trying to get that residual for when I stop working. Trying to get that money so when I'm not working anymore, I can have a nice, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going so hard at it. When I finally am not doing anything, I want my YouTube, my Facebook, I want those to give me about, some cash. There's this one guy on Facebook. He's homeless, or he acts like it. He lives in his van. I guess he does, but he door dashes, and he lives in his van, and he films everything, and he posts it, and he's like, "This is what I make." I think it was either a day or a week. It was like $800. He was making that off of all his posts. I was like, even if that's a week, that's not bad. It's not terrible. I think he's doing that like $800. I think he was doing that like a day. I was like, man, you're making that kind of money just running wild, living and filming everything, because people like to see people like to see people struggle and how they get out of it, and or people who are struggling and staying in it. So he's like, this is how I struggle. I was like, that's the bomb.com. Yeah. So that's just me making, tightening up on my social media. Social media. Social media. Music. Beat by Tom. Record that real quick. Play it back. Applejack. If I ran away, I would not have the strength. Go very far. I will thank you. So bad. I ran away. I would not hide. These are just way too staticky. I don't know why they're like. To go there and find. They don't work like they used to. Will I grow cold? Will I go? My tongue. Boom, boom. Man, I need that. Okay, nobody's here. I'm gonna do a beat before I go though. Dee-dee-dee-doo-doo. Shout, shout. Get it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on, they gave you. In return, you gave them hell as cold as ice. You wouldn't even tell the tale. You wouldn't leave the shout, shout. Let it all out. I'm talking to you. Come on, ba, 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 ba. Shout, shout. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, talking to you. Come on. Your Google Play order receipt. Google Play order. I'm a Google Play order receipt. Boom, 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 boom. So I've been checking out a lot of hip hop lately. People been doing a lot of stuff with hip hop. They just been making some some basic. People been stealing loops, of course. I'm not really into that, but I do like the boom boom type of hip hop beats. You know, they'll take a basic bass like this. They go boom boom. something like that. Just so, you know. Something like that. Let's see what I can do with that. Nasty. You're like a hip hop song, you know. My computer is way too slow. It's got too much going on. Let me see. Ain't hitting right. I'm no good at making hip hop, but I won't quit. Let's try something else. What up, though? Man, everything is copacetic. Theoretically speaking, you know, on the weekend. What you think about the deep end? Then she starts speaking. How you doing, man? Then start leaking. Then start thinking. Trying to find like a nasty bass line that I can, you know, just or something like. Base is chilling, man. How's everything going? Everything's good. Got to remember to be grateful for every day, man. Amen, Maharatna. I am definitely grateful. Definitely grateful. Definitely grateful. I just been doing all social media stuff today, man. I ain't even went outside. I went to get some milk for some cereal, though. I don't like the space line that much. Try something else. Try something else. There it is. I'm gonna put a different base on it, though. I'm just walking down the street. Look, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be that. Yeah, it's gotta be that. Like that old school. I'll try to see how annoying this is gonna be. It's just another day in the hood, nothing no good. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, what up in the house, fast. Almost like that. My computer, man. Let's try this song like that. computer, man. I need to do something to it. Mickey Mouse went up in the haunted house till the ghost scared him out, and he started running around. Yes, what else is going on, Brett, man? Oh, shoot, Saturday. Everything's copacetic. Oh, I like that. But it don't give me. I like that, but it doesn't. I like that. Nah, it wanders too much. None of these is gonna work. Yeah, just chilling. Finish my run. Okay, relaxing, eating. Some paperwork done. I'm just chilling. Finish my run. Relaxing, eating, getting some paperwork done. Had a good time. Went out in the sun. Now it's time to call someone. Something like that. Now it's time to call someone. I know this lady from the east. Oh, it's about to be beastie. It's a spreader. I'm trying to get better at making this hip hop, but it's not easy. Adaptive limiter and an exciter. It's not easy, man. I be hearing dudes making some dope hip hop, and I'm like, I want to be able to make hip hop like that. Like, why can't I? Why can't I do that? I gotta figure it out, man, because I want to do that. It's way too messy. It's not as good as theirs, but it takes practice. They call me the old man because of my homebody. It's what is. You know what? Let them call you whatever they want. I'm not impressed with this. I can do better than this. I'm erasing it. It had that old school feel to it, but I'm not happy with it. You know. I probably just gotta quit trying to be like everybody else because I like their stuff, but I can't do their stuff, man. I just gotta do what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's left. Okay. Just be you, man. Don't worry about what everybody's saying. Don't worry about them. Just do you. You're at home. You're safe. You're minding your beeswax. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? You're at home, you're chilling, you're safe. That's what matters. You know? Boring is good. Boring is what's in now. The ladies are like, you know what? I'm going inside. The females are going inside, man. They're done. Everybody's tired of being outside and with all the craziness. People are tired of being, they're tired of people out there just messing up. Everybody's shooting. You can't go to a live shindig without fights. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody thinks they're Hollywood. It's like, yeah, everybody's Hollywood, man. It's like none of those people are famous. They're all annoying. It's like, I don't want to be around none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around. I don't like what I'm doing. Just trying to find something I like. I wanted to make some hip hop, but I'm not doing good at it. Yeah. I'm gonna go in here and tweak this a little bit. I'm trying to tell you, man. Just be yo. Just be you, brother. I'm over here messing around with these sounds. Yeah, be safe. safe, man. You got your marbles together. You got a little money in your pocket. You got food. You're not hungry. You know what I'm saying? You're not all stressed out. You know what I'm saying? You're not all worried about what somebody else is doing. You're clean. You got a clean bill of health. You got your soul is doing. Your soul is doing. Your soul is doing. Your soul is. Almost like that. Yeah, you got a clean bill of health. Ain't worried. Ain't stressing. Your hair ain't falling out. Your teeth. You got all your teeth. You got all your teeth. You're smiling. Yeah. Yeah, you smiling. You like, what's up? You going to work every day. Sun shining on you. You know, you doing good. You ain't living in a caddy shack. Some people ain't even got that. Some people ain't even got that. Some people ain't got that, bro. I'm looking on the internet. People are in bad shape, man. People in America, they're in terrible shape. Yeah, you chilly most right now. You know, it's not gonna break me. I just, you know, I'm good though. Go to a movie, pretty chill. It's kind of like when I'm I like what I'm doing. Mind my business. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate the small stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Step outside and bam! Rub my hands, train, run, read, play online. Online chess, okay. Invest, read the word, etc. Yeah, there it is. Might hit the beat soon. Oh, look at you. I like it. Hit the beach. Why is it not working? I wanted that. I wanted that. My computer isn't working right. Yeah, but you're an inspiration, man. The stories you shared before made me think about stuff. That's why I share them so you can think. Eventually, you're gonna be where I am. You're gonna be where I am. The question is, are you gonna be happy when you get to 60? Will you be happy when you're 60? Will you be happy? Because your 60's coming. '60's coming. '60's coming. The question is, will you have regret? Because it's coming for you. Just as sure as the grave is coming for us all. Question is, will you look at your life and say, you know what? I think I did all right. I mean, are you gonna have a house full of grandkids? Or are you gonna be by yourself and just sit in a house full of dust? Or will you, have a house full of whatever it is that you love? See, I have an apartment full of what I like. And I wake up and I look at it every day. And you know what that is? Appliances. It's weird. It's weird, I know. I mean, I don't make love to them, but I look at them and I go, how can I fix this? And then I tell you guys how I fixed it. And you guys, hey, I had that problem too. And I get gratification because you guys go and fix the things that you had a problem with instead of spending money and buying a new one. You go, hey, he showed me how to fix this. Say, for instance, this. So I went and got this beautiful refrigerator, right? Beautiful. Samsung 4-door, turned it on, everything fired up. If you don't mind me asking, Tone, do you feel? No, I don't. You seem like you are, but I can't. No, I'm not 100% happy. Every now and then, I wish I had a chocolate chip over here, but that's just the man in me, Every now and then, you still want to look at something pretty, and do something, go out or something. You're just a man, That's all. So, but I don't really trust women like that. So, I think I'm safer alone. But that's gonna happen whether you have a house full of kids and a wife and or you're alone. You're a man. So you're like, the girl at the corner store buying those Doritos. I wanted to buy them for her. She was looking, hotter than fish grease. But you're like, what comes with that? A bunch of headache I don't need. So you just go home and mow your lawn and, watch your reruns of Happy Days or whatever it is. But this right here was causing a problem. I think there's more to it. But this is just a wire. It's not mechanical. It has nothing operating inside of it. It's just a heater. But somewhere inside of here, it's disconnected. So it wouldn't heat up. Because this didn't work, other things didn't work. And the whole refrigerator doesn't work. It comes on, it blows, and I can hear the gas going through it. And I'm like, why aren't you getting cool? Well, this is the reason why. So I bought one of these. If you buy it from the store, it's like $120. But if you buy it from eBay, I got it for $20. So when I get it, I'm going to go ahead and put this baby on there. And yep. It's a real pain in the neck, too, because it's got to kind of get in there because it's a side-by-side. Got to kind of get in there. You got to put this on it. Then you got to put a bracket on here, make sure it stays. And you got to put the whole thing back and plug it in the right way and put the thermostat on it the right way. But, yeah, that's what can ruin your whole day right there. So if your woman ever goes, honey, the refrigerator's not working, just come back to my videos. They're going to be here. Even when I'm long gone, you can just come back to my videos and go, I've seen this before. Oh, there it is. Boom, there it is. All right, babe, I got it. Don't even worry about it. You're going to call a technician? No, I'm going to do it. Yes, you call a technician. Hey, I'm going to do it, okay? All right, go ahead and do it. Boom, and when you do it, she's like, oh, okay, I see you, Mr. Sir, man of the HOUSE. I see you operating, sir. I am sorry. I got me a real man over, You're going to get all that juiciness. When she sees you can fix something too. Oh, you're not just a pretty face. Enchanté. Enchanté. Like, excuse you, Madame-moi. Enchanté. Get married. But I could never afford to get married. I've had women want to marry me though. But I didn't trust any of them. I ain't trust them. I don't trust them. I knew that they were sleeping around. They were doing too much. But there were a few that weren't. They were good women. And I missed out. I missed out. Yeah, I could. But I missed out, man. I missed out. And I knew the day, and I know the very day and the person course I missed out on. And I regretted it. I regretted it so much that I saw her. I saw her about 8 years later with a little girl. And I looked at that little girl. I was like, oh, I wish that was my little girl. And I knew it wasn't. She was married. She got married. I should have married her. I should have married that woman. I should have married her and kept my mouth shut and just. But I was messing around. I should have married that woman. And I told her. I told her, man, I saw her little girl, and I was like, damn. And I apologized to her, and I was with the woman. I was on a date. And I told the girl, I said, listen, I gotta say something to her real quick. She's like, okay. She with the other chick was chill. And I just told her, I said, hey, I am really sorry about what happened between us. She just looked me in the eye, and she is the one. She is one in a million, man. She just looked me in the eye, and she was like, it's okay. And of course, there's nothing I can do about it now, but I blew it, and I remember the very day that I blew it. I remember. It doesn't haunt me, but I remember where I was. I remember what I said to her. I wasn't mean to her. That's just the thing about her. Like, we didn't fall out. She just moved on. We didn't argue. We never argued. We never, went at it with each other. Matter of fact, when we were together, we cracked up most of the time. I met her at work. She was just a cool chick. She was into fitness too. She still is. Had muscles, strong chick. It just, yeah. I don't live in regret, but if I could go back, and I had plenty of women back then, but none of them were as good as her. If I could go back, I remember if I could go back to that day, I would have changed that day. What I said to her, I would have changed it. I would have changed it all. I would have changed every bit of it. I'd have been like, you know what? Me and you from now on. But see, my whole problem has always been that I don't have enough money. I've always struggled when it comes to money. So I never wanted to put somebody in that position and then have a kid and be poor and to have a poor kid. And it's hard, man. This is the reason why I turn down most people. I'm just like, I don't have no money. I even dated a woman who had a lot of money, but because I didn't have a lot of money, she was like, I want to marry you. I was like, no. And it was simply because I did not have a lot of money. Now, looking back at that, I could have, made money, just by marrying her. But actually what she wanted was, she didn't care about me making money. She wanted me, she's like, you are perfect for me because you're not tied down to anything. And I travel all the time. So you can just go with me. And I was like, that sounds sweet. But I had this one other chick that I was enamored with, and she just played me like a fiddle. She's no good for me. She is no good. And the one chick that was like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go travel here. And I was like, she just didn't do it for me. She had enough of me, and that was that. Yeah. I saw her about 2 months ago. I saw her in the library. I haven't seen her in 15 years. And I just looked at her and I was like, I didn't even walk up to her and say anything, but I was like, that's her. I think she saw me, but I was like, that is who I think it. She walks, she looks just like her, walks like her. I was like, that's her. And I was looking at her like she looks younger. Like, how does she look younger? She looked nice, nice dress on, everything. And I was like, oh, I know that's her. I know it is. But yeah, the one time she got mad at me, she stopped talking to me forever. And that was that. She had a great job. But she wasn't me, man. She didn't have everything that I liked physically. I wasn't I wasn't overly physically attracted to her. And I didn't want to be wrapped up with somebody that I wasn't attracted to because my eyes would have been going everywhere. Not to mention, we're talking a military. She was she worked for the military, but she wasn't in the military. Do you know how many young, fine ass women are in the military who are, man, please, brother, it would have been a wrap for me, bro. I would have, oh no, man. I'm not putting no woman through that. I'm not putting no woman through my BS. I'm done. You know, I had wandering eyes back then, and she knew it. She knew I had wandering eyes. As a matter of fact, she, that's one thing she liked about me. She liked that I, was a little outside of the box. Like, and I would tell her, she'd be like, yeah, look at this girl. Like, I'm so like we'd be looking at women together, like she's sharp and she's pretty and like, you know, she had a girlfriend. Oh my goodness, she had a girlfriend that was a she had a girlfriend that was a star. And I didn't like want the girlfriend, but she knew that I looked at her and I thought she was attractive, but I wasn't like, oh, I gotta have her. As a matter of fact, she was like, isn't she attractive? Like she was that kind of woman. Like she's attractive. And I was like, yes, she is. You know what I'm saying? She was married, had a kid and everything. But she was like, isn't she attractive? I was like, yeah, like she's gorgeous. And I really liked that about her because she wasn't like, why are you looking at, we'd be in the club just standing there laughing, having fun and looking at people. And if we saw somebody beautiful, we'd be like, man, she's beautiful. So she had that kind of vibe about. She was really, really chill, but I couldn't see her being my wife. I didn't, and maybe I should have. I don't know. I don't even know if she could have kids. I don't know. None of that. She adopted a little boy. He's grown now. He's got to be like 35. Matter of fact, so yes, I do have some regret when it comes to women. I should have chose one, but I've always been a wandering man. It's just the spirit that's in me. And I wish it wasn't. I got one of those spirits that just can't settle. And it's like, oh my goodness, I wish I wasn't like I am. I just wish I wasn't. I wish I was one of those guys who could just pick one and be happy, but I'm not. I'm one of those guys who I'm just not happy with. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just get bored. I'm like, oh, this is. You just get bored. You're like, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. But A relationship is a wonderful thing. And none of those birds want to talk to me today. Well, not that I know of. I keep thinking, well, let me say this. Let me say this. Like, I know like one or two of them out there wouldn't mind connecting with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it all depends on what I said to them. But they probably would. They'd probably be like, yeah. You know, one chick, she is. So this one woman, I don't even remember this chick's name. We used to talk on the phone. We never did anything. I hugged her. I mean, she got great hugs. But the way I met her is I had a girlfriend and she saw me. She saw me at a store, at a clothing store. And I was with my girl who was she was a real headache. But I'm that kind of guy. If I'm with you, I'm with you. And when she saw me, she, walked up to me and, I'm looking at the clothing rack. So she comes over, she's looking at the clothing rack and I'm looking at her, I'm like, what's up? She's like, what's up? And I was like, I'm with my girl. And she was like, so what? I was like, but I really needed my girl back then because, I didn't have any money and I was living with her. So, you know, but she was like, so what? Who cares? Like that was her attitude towards the whole, like, I'm going to take you from her. She was serious. I ended up seeing her again at a pool hall, me and my buddies. And, we separated and we ended up talking. I mean, that night, I went to the bathroom, was downstairs, and she came downstairs and we got to talking and whatnot. After we talked, we hugged. And we exchanged numbers. We talked on the phone for a couple days or whatever. But like I said, I had a girl, and she had a kid and all that. She has her daughter's probably 30 years old, 30, 35 now. I don't know. But every time she sees me, she stares at me, even today. If she sees me somewhere, she'll stop and stare at me. And she'll just stare. She does it all the time. And I just stare back at her. And then I go on about my way. She does it all the time. I don't know what to think of her. She's pretty though. She's a pretty lady. She's tall, light skinned. The next time I see her, I'm gonna approach her. You know, I'm sure she's got a husband by now or whatever, but next time I see her, I'll say something to her. But I see her like once every 5 years or something. Next time I see her, I'll give her she'll probably go. Then I'll go, she will come right over. She will be like, I'll be right back. Like that girl, she was something else. She was making it known when I first saw her. She made it known. She's like, so what? What's up? I was like, wow, are you really trying to? But you can't, I ain't had no money. I'm struggling working. Like, girl, you got a baby and all that. Like, it would be hard for me to, because I ain't had nowhere else to go. I had nowhere to live. And then when I finally did, get my own spot, you know, me and my girlfriend at the time, she ended up being just a whirlwind of pain. So after years, I stopped dating her. She went and got pregnant by some dude, and I don't know if she ever married him, but her kid is probably. Oh, she got. We stopped talking. She ended up getting pregnant by some guy, and and then the last time I saw her was in. We were. It was like in like a blockbuster movie, but it wasn't blockbuster. And she was turning a movie, and her daughter was like 8 years old. And she looked at me, and her daughter looked at me, and she just, signed her movie and never spoke to me. I knew that girl for 10 years, and we didn't share not one word after that. But a lot happened between her and I. She lives in Cincinnati now. She works for a bank. Uh, we went through a lot. Most of the women I dealt with, they're all married. Some got children. And it's chill. It's an experience. There were some good looking women though. It was hard for me to let them go because they were so good looking, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't want to let it go, man. There's some good looking women, but a lot of them weren't worth marrying. There's only a few that was worth a ring. Only a very few. And that girl asked me to marry her, but I was like, nah, because I knew she was doing crazy stuff. Like I knew it. She was sleeping with her coworker, some white guy. Nah, nah. Once I saw him and I looked at him and I looked at her and I was like, these two are sleeping together. Like, no, I can't. That was it. Like I really liked her until I found out what she was really doing. And I was just, you know, after that I couldn't do it. Yeah, go ahead. I've been really thinking about my purpose here on earth. Your purpose is to serve God, full stop. I don't know if it's bad, but sometimes I think if I had a choice to come here, I I wouldn't have come. You're not the only one. Millions of people believe that. Why would somebody want to come here and struggle? I know God doesn't make mistakes. That's just my feeling. That's called being human. That's a very human expression. There's nothing wrong with that. There are a lot of people who don't want to be here. They think this is hell. But look at you. You got a lot going for you, and you still don't want to be here. That says a lot. There are a lot of people who would trade they would trade their child to be where you're at. They would literally give their child away. They would be like, take my little girl. I want to be where you're at. Take this child. Take this 10-year-old, and you can do whatever you want, but put me where you're at. There are men and women who will give their kid away. Take this kid, put me where you're at. Go to Northern Africa and you'll see it. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are some people in positions where they totally don't want to be there. They totally wish they had a fresh start, you know. And they just wish they had an opportunity to just not be here. And they'll trade with you. I'm not telling you to be, a certain way. I'm telling you that the majority of the world is not happy. They don't want to be here. And if they could, they would leave. They would leave right now. And some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them say, I'm done, and they're out. But the ones who are here and don't want to be here and don't want to, bug out like that, they ask the same question, what am I doing here? I mean, you think I'm having a blast? I'm not. I'm not having a blast. Everywhere I go, somebody wants to fight me. Everywhere I go. I go to church, people want to fight with me. I go to work, people want to fight with me. I'm done with that. I'm tired. I don't even know why people just want to fight with me. I go to the gym, people want to fight with me. I go to restaurants, people want to fight with me. I don't want to fight. You know, I just don't want to fight with these people. But that's something that's just on me. It's something that's in me. It's on me. And this is my life, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. This is my life. My favorite pair of glasses, but they're missing. The lens is perfect for me. So yeah, there are people in all kind of crazy situations, man. Women, especially women. If they're somewhere where they can't exactly express themselves, can't just be them. Women are, the majority of the time, they're unhappy. The majority of the time, women are just, I don't like it here. They're just not happy. You can put them in a mansion. You can put them in a mansion. Say, you don't have to do nothing except sit around and just exist. You don't have to sleep with me. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean. Do you know that woman will destroy that house? She will go online and complain to other women that you said you don't have to do anything. You have a maid. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to sleep with me. I don't want nothing from you. Girl, she will totally destroy that house. Look at the house he bought. Like this, I'm buying this house for you. 5-bedroom, 3-bath, basement, pool outside. Oh no, you don't have to pay for none of it. None of it. You drive a brand new Beamer. None of it. You don't have to pay for none of it. She will destroy that house because that is what she does. Then you get another chick. You put her in that situation. She's going to be at her knees every time she sees you. Every time you walk in the door, she's going to walk up to you and get on her knees and thank you that she's in that situation. Because she knows better. She knows better. She knows. She knows what a beatdown is. She's seen people get mollywopped. She's seen women get, unalived just for absolutely nothing. She's seen it with her own eyes. She's like, man, I wish you would tell me. I ain't got to, please. She knows it. She will turn that whole house inside out. That thing will be sprick and sprack. She ain't gonna let no maid come in there. Every day she'll be up at the crack of dawn. Crack of dawn. You want your feet rubbed, you want your back rubbed, all that, she'll do it. No other woman to touch you. You know why? Because if another woman touch you, that means they have a chance of kicking her out of her spot. She's like, absolutely not. Oh no, honey, we don't need a maid. I will clean it. I will clean it. You don't need a maid. I'll clean it. No problem. And she will. Because she knows better. That's all that matters. So, you gotta choose your woman wisely. You gotta watch what they do. And if you don't choose her wisely, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. You're gonna be in a world of hurt. She's going to completely destroy you. But if you do choose her wisely, you will be the happiest man. Your happiness will be. I mean, you will be dancing with your wife in public. I mean, you'll be fun. I mean, you got guys. You got guys who like this one Chinese dude, man. His wife, something happened to her where she couldn't talk. So this guy, and she couldn't talk, she couldn't walk, she was paralyzed. Something happened to her, virus or something. Shut her whole system down, but she couldn't speak, but she could chew. She could chew, she could swallow, but she couldn't walk. Shoot. That man put that woman on his back every day, went to work, sat her down, took care of her while he worked, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fed her and make sure she was good, cleaned her, did all that. He's like, I'm doing this because this is my wife. She took care of me when she was healthy. She was taken care of. It's my turn now, and I'm cool. And that's the way it was. Don't you know that woman got better? That woman got all healed up. There's this one guy, he wanted to be a boxer, also Asian, but his job was, he worked at a food stand. Him and his wife worked at a food stand. But he was always putting on boxing glove and shadow boxing, while he's waiting on customers. So his wife seen that. So she went and put on some of those hit pads and was just like, hit my hands. Boom, boom, boom. She's like, you want to shadow box? Fine. This is what you want to do? Fine. But they're still at work. She's like, I'm going to support that because, like, I see you want to learn how to box, but we're still working. It's not like you ran off somewhere with a dream. You're right here with me. Why would I not support that? And that's what she did. And that's what he didn't run off somewhere to some gym saying, I want to be a contender. No, he was like, I like boxing. So you got to pick the woman who's gonna pick you. She's gonna pick your dream, whatever your dream is. If you want to be a guitar player, you meet her and like, hey, I want to be a guitar player. She was like, bet. Let's go look at some Fender Strats. Let's go look at some guitars. Yeah, she wants to be the girl in the crowd that's, in the front of the waving you down and going home with the guitar player. How many women want to go home with the guitar player? Women want to go home with the guitar player. Trust and believe. Trust me, they do. Women love performers because they're high energy. And women think anything high energy equals healthy. And healthy equals what? Healthy children. Yeah, yeah. That's why women like men who show off. You're like, you're just showing off. Well, he's high energy. Women always gravitate towards high energy because that guy will give them healthy children. That's what women do. He'll give you the strongest children. Women love that. I'm going to get the strongest child, and all that other BS. Women are hypergamous. They like the flashy dude. They do. I like the flashy dude. So if you're going to get out there, you're going to get out there, uh, get out there and, you know, it's bad that I don't want to deal with women right now. No, it's not. It's bad for who? That's not bad. Women cost money. Women cost money. What do you mean it's bad? Women cost money. We think women aren't cheap. It's better than that. Hell no, it's not bad. You don't want to do it, don't do it. Because she's going to cost you some money. Women think you should pay for their everything while they go screw another guy. That's what they believe. They believe you should be like they really are sick in the head like this now. You should be footing the whole bill and paying for my children while I go out and sleep with my baby daddy. You should be doing that. And if you don't, you're not a real man. You're just like, get out of my house. Then she'll tear your whole house up. Make up lies about you, anything to hurt you. Call the police. He hit me. He touched my daughter. Ma'am, you don't have a daughter. So what? He touched her anyway. Because they're so used to saying it. Ma'am, you don't have a daughter. Yes, I do. She's in my imagination. He touched my daughter. Ma'am, get out of this man's house. They're so used to saying it that they'll just blurt out stuff that just can't be. It's not impossible that this happened. They'll set you up. They'll have some dude come over and, oh man, I heard you touching on, girls with, bro. She doesn't even have a daughter. Like so what? I'm a hero. So what? Then you got to shoot him in the ass just to get him out the house. Shoot that bastard. Come over there causing problems. Want to be a hero? Bang. Get out of my house. Shoot him right in the ass. Bang. Get out. She didn't even have a daughter. She's got 2 sons. She's lying to you. I've been lied on, man. I've been lied on a few times by women. He blah blah, and I was like, I spoke to the police, like, you know, and I proved to the cops right there and then that it was a lie, and they left me alone. I'm like, bro, make sense out of this. I just used regular common sense, and I was like, listen to this, listen to what they're saying. Now listen to what you saw and look at me. And they was like, and they left it alone. They didn't even bother to call me back. That was the end of the whole thing. Because they knew it was a lie. They'll use that coochie game on you in a minute. Throw him in jail. He did something with my coochie. And now coochie's not worth a damn. It's not worth it. That 8-second thrill that you get. That 8 seconds that you're paying for. This chick gets half your earnings. Wait, what? She gets half my what? You kidding me, aren't you, Judge? No. She's gonna get your savings, your house, your car. What about my truck? I need my truck from. Yeah, she's gonna get that too. She said she needs it. And you got to pay her alimony. And Judge, I won't even be able to get to work. You're gonna have to figure that out. And you're gonna have to pay her lawyer, and you're gonna have to pay me. I gotta pay you, Judge. Yeah, you gotta pay the court. Yeah, well, I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to come here and tell you had to give all your stuff away. Your 401k, everything. Yeah, you're gonna have to. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna put you in jail. Wait, what? Yeah, you're gonna have to pay me $20,000. Got to pay her lawyer $30,000. You're gonna have to pay her the rest of her life. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. Plus, the kid that she had by another man, she had that kid while she was with you, and then the kid was born while she was living with you. That means you have to pay the child support of your best friend who knocked up your girl. Yeah, you got to pay child support. And now he's going to live in your house. I just wanted to let you know that. When you move out, when the deputies come and throw your stuff out, you can only take what, you can carry, like on your back. Like, can't take the TV. This really did happen. When those deputies showed up, they told that man he can only take his clothing. And I don't mean the clothes that were in the drawer, like the clothing he had on him. And like his wallet and, his key, but he couldn't take his truck. That woman kept his work truck. He couldn't even go to work. That really did happen. You be thinking I make this stuff up, but no, I'm telling you stuff that I've heard about. Really, one woman kicked her dude out the house. He was like, fine, I'll go sleep in my car. She set the car on fire. He was like, why would you do this? And the car is burning. This is all I had. You kicked me out. This is all I had. You told me to leave. I left. It's all I had. She set his car on fire. No, I didn't do it. He's like, yes, you did. You set it on fire. He's like, it's all I had. How can I go to work? She set his car on fire broad daylight. Just to hurt him more. Now, if I knew that guy and I had the means, I'd have been like, Brody, come on. I just pulled over, bro. Just get in the car. Just come on, bro. Just get in the car. Don't even worry about it. I'd have took that dude, set him up, got him an apartment. Like, this gonna be a little 1 bedroom right here. what I'm saying? It's going to be a little $600 a month. Right here, this is going to be your whip right here. I'm going to let you borrow this car until you can get on your feet and get yourself one. Don't worry about your rent for the next 3 months. I got it. Don't worry about the car. There's food and your insurance is all covered. Don't worry about nothing. You don't have to pay nothing. But you have to go to work. If you stop working, I'm going to come and take all this away. You have to go to work. So there's a truck. There's a place to lay your head. You know what I'm saying? There's some clean socks, underwears, and some work boots, pair of jeans, a jacket, and some t-shirts, and a little, 50-inch TV. Make it happen. Make it happen. And I give him 3 to 6 months. Get on his feet. And let you know, 6 months I'm coming back, and I'm gonna stop paying rent, and I'm gonna take the car back. You got 6 months to get on your feet. I guarantee you he'll get on his feet in 6 months. I guarantee you if men start coming together for men who get done wrong by the court, there'll be a change away for these women. There'll be a change away if a bunch of men start coming together and like, all right, go ahead, do him wrong and see what happens. See what happened. Do him wrong. When he can make one phone call, and there's going to be a cadre of brothers who's going to show up. White, black, Latino, because we're all getting it. You can't go, the white guys only. Hell no. Everybody. Listen, last time I was in jail, 99% of us was in there because of a woman. And that was 3-4 years ago. 99%, and I told every guy in there, I said, the majority of us is in here from a woman. And they all looked around and was just like, yeah, you're right. There was only one person that was in there for something else. The rest of a woman. And that guy was in there because he was a rebel rouser. He was just some homeless guy just going around acting a fool. The rest of us is pretty much in there because of a woman. So yeah, but if the brothers start coming together and just, go ahead. Go ahead. And as soon as that guy, as soon as you want to act up and kick him out, and all these women will stop all that. They'll cut it out. They will stop. Because they know you got a place to go to. They know you got a support system. They do all of that just so you don't have nowhere to go. They want to see you. They want to see you broken. Women love to see a man unhappy and broken and down on his. They love that. But if they know you got a group of homies that will fall through, they watch their step. They watch their step. They're just like, because I already know the deal. These brothers will come over here, snatch you up, put you in a nice place, and I'll be by myself trying to figure out these bills. Oh no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Go ahead, do them wrong. See what happens. I'm trying forever to get these out of here. I'm just gonna break them. Yeah, go ahead, do them wrong. Do them wrong. As soon as they do you wrong, bam. Yo, homie, it's up. Judge told me I gotta leave. Bet. Call up about 10 of them. What can we take and what can't we take? The sheriff will let you know. You can take this, that, and that, and the rest you got to leave, including the car. Bet. Stop the car payment. Stop the house payment. Whatever money that he has, go and figure out a situation. Put him in a, if he lost his, because some lose their jobs too. The women will go after the job, make sure you're not working. Bet he can come work with us. And completely separate yourself from her. She wants the car, she can have it. Stop making car payments, the whole nine. and be gone in the wind. Boom, on the other side of town. Have nothing to do with her. Cut her off completely. Next time you see old boy, there's even women who's made videos about it. Like, I left dude alone. Next time I saw him, he had a job, he had a car, he had a sleeve. She's like, was I holding you back? The answer is yes. All he needed was a couple homies to be like, you know what, you don't need that. That girl doing you like that, you don't need that. I used to, I had a couple of friends. I had 3 friends, and every single one of them had lived with me at one time because of a woman. Every single one. They either lived with me or I offered them to live with me. Because every time they told me that their girl was acting up, I'd be like, come stay with me. You crash on the couch. See, I didn't have a lot of money. I had a lot of women. You're probably thinking, how can you have a lot of women without a lot of money? I was athletic. I'm 6'2". I was working in those offices. There's nothing but horny women in those offices. I was going to the club. I knew how to dance. I knew how to talk. I wasn't afraid to say anything to them. Shoot, there's so many lonely women out here. Like, if I don't want to be lonely, I know I can show up at somebody's club and get a woman, but I don't belong there. I belong in nobody's club. I'm not going there. There are a lot of lonely women. Why can't I see this? Why are you hiding from me? There are a lot of lonely women in this world. From here all the way across the whole world. Why can't I see this? I'll take him. How old is he? 60? I don't care. What's wrong with him? Nothing. I'll take him. They will. Take you for sure. Take you for sure. And dare some woman to come up and say something to you. Like in Atlanta, ain't nobody playing in Atlanta. This one girl said, if you come to Atlanta, bring your own man. She said the women in Atlanta, yeah, work on your own self. She said the women in Atlanta are so territorial. If you even say something to her man, they're ready to fight. And they should be. That's exactly how they should be. You should be ready to dust a chick off because she said something to your man. She complimenting your man, you should be ready to go upside her head. Because she's going to take him. And he's going to provide for her instead of you. That's exactly what's going to happen. Don't let that man have a half decent job. He's leaving. Don't let him have a half decent job. That man is out. Fool around if you want to. That's why these girls that cheat and get caught, they be crying. Because the dude they cheat on got a damn good job, but he's boring. They're like, I don't like boring. They don't leave the dude. They just go ahead and cheat on him. What up, what up? They don't leave homeboy. They just cheat on him with a good-for-nothing dude. Talking about women. My guy over here is, he's waking up with a perplexing situation every day. Wondering, should he go out and spank one of these young chickens or not, because his family is, his family, how family do, saying crazy stuff to him. Why ain't you got no? What's wrong with? Because I want to be alone. I like being alone. I'm just telling him as an old man to a young man, hey, what you gonna run into out there? Shoot. Shoot, I had some girlfriends that had girlfriends. Yeah, tell him about the marriage game. You know about the marriage game. Yeah, he want to know all that. He need to know all about that. Tell him what's up with marriage. We was talking about what happens in divorce, how a man could lose everything. Everything. Still got to pay for the lawyer, her lawyer, alimony. Look at what they did to Tyrese. Yeah, look at what they did to Tyrese. Let me tell you, they ripped Tyrese off so bad that the judge, this what they did to Tyrese. This what this woman did to Tyrese. For one, Tyrese had to pay his lawyer and her lawyer, right? But this is what really got me, what they did to this man. He went to court, and while he was in court, the magistrate or whatever, magistrate or whatever, didn't file a certain piece of paper. And because he didn't file this piece of paper, Tyrese had to pay her lawyer, his lawyer, and pretty much everybody in there. And they all was like, she's gonna owe me $250,000. Well, she's gonna owe me $250,000. And they took $5 million off of him. Boom, just like that. They straight ripped him off on purpose, and it was their fault. They just took his money like it was nothing. They raped him in court, right in front of him. They didn't hide it. They did it in front of him. Tyrese was crying for a reason. That woman was getting $13,000 a month. Hell, Kanye West pays $200,000 a month. And then his wife turns around and goes, bangs out Pete Davidson. Bro, they did Tyrese. So Tyrese wasn't crying for no reason. Tyrese did absolutely nothing wrong. He did what he was supposed to. He married a woman. He didn't cheat on her. He didn't do anything to his child. That woman said, I'm not happy. I'm taking my child. And then made up a whole lie. Almost put the man in jail. And then boom. And now the little girl, she turned 18 and she left the mom and went with the dad. She's like, I'm going to find my dad because my dad was telling the truth. He never did anything to me. There are so many men who go through that. Constantly, every day, men are going through that. Yes, she did. She got him for I think one or two of his properties and like 30 million. It was crazy how much money she got off of him. Like it's not, oh my God, she just it's sickening what she did to Shumpert. It just makes me sick to my stomach that the court and it's the court system that does this to men. And so now the divorce rate, you forget about the divorce rate, the marriage rate is like Men are like, no. Because we know as soon as we say I do, that the court is involved. That's it. Look at Kobe Lane, the girl who was married to him for a short time. Irreconcilable differences. I want to divorce you now, and I want $10 million. Kobe Lane was like, you want $10 million of whose money? $10 million from who? Who you want $10 million? Your money. You're going to pay me $10 million. He said, ma'am, I'm sorry to inform you, but I don't have $10 million. What do you mean? What do you mean? You just sold your likeness for $95 million. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, see, let me explain this to you. I sold my likeness, and my likeness belongs to my father. Yeah. My dad? Yeah, my dad owns my image. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't own my image. As a matter of fact, I don't own anything. There's nothing I own. She was like, huh? He was like, yeah, I don't own anything. I forgot to tell you that when we got married. Ooh, my bad. She's like, so what am I going to get? He's like, well, the question is, what am I going to get? Because you're worth like some millions of dollars. So I'm going to sue you for 10 million or something. And that's exactly what he did. Same thing with Israel Asanya. The same thing with that one guy who's a soccer player. And that woman tried to do him like that, try to take all his stuff. Look, rich guys are hep to the game now. Put it all in your parents' name. You know? Put it in your parents' name. We're tired of it. We know you women don't love us. You don't love us. You have no love in your heart for us. You love the game. So love the game. Go ahead. You're on your own. Yeah, Israel Sonia, he wasn't even married. He's like, I'm not even married to this chick. She's talking about she won thousands of dollars. He wasn't even married to her. It was just his girlfriend. She tried to do a common law divorce on him. Didn't work. She ended up owing him $500,000. This isn't working either. All right. Yep. Divorce, man. Divorce is tough. You want to come home to that woman? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman is doing to me? Yeah, you want to come home and you want to meet your girl. You come home and get a smooch. Your girl comes outside when she sees your car. She's walking up to the driveway waving at this because somebody's running out the back door. Some dude is running out the back door. Oh my God, hi, honey. Yeah, somebody just got done, doing their business in her. Then she gets pregnant. and the baby comes out, and you're just like, Judge, it's not my baby. He's like, well, did you know that before? He's like, no, I didn't know. He's like, well, this child is going to need support. So even though it's not your child, the child needs support. Do you know who the father is? No, the guy's not. Well, I know who he is, but he's not coming around. Well, so what do we do with this child? Just, I don't know. It's not my problem. Well, it is your problem because the child was born while you two were married. And you did not know this beforehand. So the child needs support. Therefore, I am ordering you to pay child support. If you two separate, you're going to pay child support for this child. Judge, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm going to hold you in contempt and put handcuffs on you. And you're going to stay in jail until. Well, Judge, how am I going to pay child? I don't know. But you're going to be in the rears and you're going to be fighting it from behind. You're going to owe the state a whole lot of money. You know what one guy did? What one guy did was like, all right, Judge, cool. Nothing I could do. He quit his job. He was an electrician or something, making damn good money. So he's like, all right. And the child was his. He quit his job. And then he went and got a job at like Burger King. And the judge had to give him child support according to what he makes. He's like, I work at a fast food. What happened to your electrician job? Well, it was getting kind of arduous, so I had to quit. Things are slowing down. I don't believe that at all. But the judge can't make you go. The judge says you got to work. You got to have an income. But the judge can't make you go do a particular job. You're like, yeah, I work at Burger King, Judge. I don't know what we're doing here, but I can't pay $1,300 a month and live. I can't pay that, Judge. I make $10 an hour. I have to be able to feed myself, and the judge lowered his child support payment. Had to, and the woman was pissed. She was mad as fire. Got online and started complaining about it like we care. We don't care. This is what he did. Lady, we don't care. You know who we care about? We care about that man. That's who we care about. We care about that man because women and children are always loved and the man isn't. You could just be a woman and you get love. Go show your tits on an Instagram or something and you're getting all kind of comments. A guy has to go to the gym and work hard to get that kind of accolade. He has to do backflips. He has to dance. He has to be super handsome to get. You can't be an average guy and get that unless you got to have something. A woman can just get on there and just be. She can just stand there. And there'll be all kind of comments and accolades. A man has to literally work for it. Nobody cares about an average guy. They care if that average guy is doing something for them. Entertain me. Sing me a song. Do something. A woman puts on a nice dress. And it ain't got to be nice. Be a raggedy dress. start gyrating and moving around, and she's getting all kind of accolades. She's getting money for that. Even on Facebook, she's getting money. She's getting money for that. Ads. She's getting ad revenue from it. But a guy has to and all this other BS just to get, and he still doesn't get any love. Doesn't get any love. Guy's not getting any love. Men don't get love like that, not unless you're super handsome. Then all the women are just like, ooh, I love you. I love you, super handsome guy. Love, love, love. You know, super muscular guy. But the average guy, he's not getting love for that. Yeah, that's true. You got to be careful with a woman of faith, too. Woman of faith will fool you. She'll be in the church 3 times a week. A woman of church she'll be in there 3 times a week. I used to date a woman who was in the church that much. A couple of them. Let me tell you something. Now what you think? She's got to show and prove that she's a woman of substance. Because those women, boy, woo! Once they get hot in the ass, it's a wrap. They're going to do anything. Once they get hot in the ass, they go looking for the ding-a-ling. They're going looking for the ding-a-ling. By any means necessary. Those women looking for the ding-a-ling. Church women are the freakiest. I'm telling you, the freakiest women on the planet are wives. They're the freakiest women because they won't do the nasty stuff to their husband. They don't want their husband to know what whores they are. They don't want their husband to know that. They don't. You did this one guy on the internet. He said, I finally got a hold of my woman's phone. He said, I cried. I just didn't think a woman moved like that. Don't cry, brother. Now you know. Don't cry, though. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know, brother. Now you know. Don't go looking through that phone. Don't go looking through that phone, brother. can't tell me this wasn't you. Is this you? She like, why you looking through my phone? Why you looking through my phone for? Ain't nobody told you, ain't the man one bit. Ain't nobody told you to go. The most disgusting. Disgusting. Like you're an animal. Like you look at the things that you do. So blah 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 blah. You've been oh. Damn, Cole. Your wife is like, that? Your wife does that, bro? Bro, your wife, that's your wife? You can't go to work. You can't go to work. Everybody know. Everybody know at work. You walk into the job, everybody's just looking at you. Everybody's just looking at you. Everybody just looking at you like, everybody's looking at you like, damn, girl, what you gonna do? What you mean what I'm gonna do? I mean, I'm not gonna do anything but leave her. You can go up to the dude that was messing with her, punch him in the face. All three of them. Or you can just be like, y'all can have it. Y'all got me. Y'all got me on this one. Ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, y'all got me. And you head out. You head out. You separate. That's it. You get as far away as you can. You still come to work with your head held. All the guys who was messing with her at work, you don't say nothing to them. They can have it. That's them. That's their salvation they got to work out. Just be like, I'm good. I still got my job. I got my Ford. I done went and got me a little trailer home. New address. You know what I'm saying? I got a little trailer home. I just bought a dog. I just bought a dog. I just bought a dog. You know what I'm saying? His name is Noodles. Me and Noodles, we be going out for a walk, watching birds, chasing squirrel. Me and Noodles, man. What you want me to do? People coming up to you, man. You seen, man, you all right, bro? Why would I not be all right? That's not my life. I'm golden. Yeah, me and Noodles. Just saying. You got Noodles, you got a place to live. See, I've been in a position where I needed a woman because I lived with her. She had me by the cojones. Let me tell you something. She used to do all kind of wild stuff. And I kept telling her, you better quit. She kept messing with me. She would look at guys, she's a cheating whore. Until finally I was like, okay. I went to the landlord. I said, how much are your apartments? And he told me, I said, how much is your apartment across there? Right across the hall from her. He told me, I moved all of my stuff out of her apartment one day, boom, had my own space. She was knocking on my door. I was like, I got company right now, what's up? I started bringing women over, but she couldn't, well, she lost her mind. I told her, I said, I'm handsome, you better cut it out. That's me at like 31, running up and down the street, had an 8-pack, 6'2", working downtown. You think I'm not gonna get women? Please. I was getting women. Yeah, I was getting them. Left and right. Bringing them over, she'd see them, I wouldn't care. I just go outside and jump in the car with them and roll out. Do what you want. Let's do what you want, I don't care. She didn't want to leave me alone. Took her a while. Finally found somebody else. You know, do what you want. You know, we went through our ups and downs, but I took my L's. I took my L's like everybody else, man. You gotta take your L's, man. That's all we're gonna get on. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. God bless you, sir. do a one on around on that. I sat down and looked around and sat down again and looked around again. I sat down and looked around and sat down again and looked around again. I sat down and looked around and sat down again and looked around again. I sat down and looked down again. I said, I said that again. Hit the man again. I said that. Hit the man. I said that again. Hit the man again. I said that. Hit the man. You can't help all the people. You can't save all the people. Some of them wanna be saved. You can't save all the people. You can't save all the people. Oh, you can't save all the You can't save all the people. Oh, no, you can't save. Can't save all the people. Oh, somebody that don't want to be saved. You can't save all the people. You can't save all the people. You can't save all the people. Can't save all the people. You can't save all the people. Oh, you can't save all the people.